Hey guys, Armedfro here again. Been a while, but this is a OU match versus Shadowmexo. I met him on the Smog and Wi-Fi battles search. Very interesting team that he has. This is a brand new team that I built with the help of my good friend LazyNinja. He built the defensive core. I decided to build the offensive part of the team. I'm going to lead off with my Scarfed Hydreigon. This was an expert belt one, but I randomly put Scarf on it into the expert belt just to see how it did, and it actually worked pretty nice. The Cradley does get the special defensive drop, but it didn't really matter if it did or not. It would have been forced to switch out anyways because of the Focus Buzz doing more than 50% to it. So he's going to be forced to switch out, go into Latias. I just wanted to see what he's going to switch into, so I'm going to go for the Focus Blast on this guy, and I'm thinking here he's probably defensive. I can definitely see screens coming up in the near future, and so this is the perfect chance for me to switch into my Ferrothorn to get some spikes up. I do have the defensive core of Ferrothorn, Jellicent, and Gliscor, which is perfect defensive core. Thank you, LazyNinja, for being freaking awesome and building me a perfect defensive core. But here he's going to be forced to switch out. He's going to switch into Cradley, predicting an Elite Seed. But I'm going to set up my spikes just to have his team pretty hard to set up. I know he's going to go for the recover. If I switch into something, he's just going to be recover to full health. It's just better for me in the long run just to set up more layers of spikes. And maybe on the switch T-Wave a guy. So what he's actually going to do is he's going to switch into his Smeargle. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to have my layer of spikes, my third layer of spikes. I'm going to stay in, get Spored, and then switch into a perfect counter, which is probably my Scarfed Hydreigon. Or, actually, that's probably the perfect Pokemon right now. But I'm actually going to switch into my, my Jellicent. Just in case. I know Smeargle actually can learn Rapid Spin, but I actually thought he would go for the Rapid Spin off the bat, but he actually does have Rapid Spin on this guy, but he actually predicts my switch very nicely. I don't want this guy to baton pass stuff to his other guys on his team, and this is to be a perfect chance if he didn't have Rapid Spin to set up my Stealth Rocks, but sadly, he does have the Rapid Spin, and it's going to spin away all my spikes and my layers of Stealth Rocks if I decide to go for it. I'm going to go for the Earthquake just to see what see if he switches into. I'm going to go for my Stealth Rocks just predicting me to switch because I know he would probably be afraid of my Earthquake because Smeargle is not that amazingly bulky. And right here, Skarmory comes in. I do not want to stay in. I'm going to go into my Ninja Star. This guy is expert belted, and I'm actually going to make it look like he's spec'd at the moment just to show that hopefully he catches the bait that I'm spec'd or scarfed or something of that sort, because I am going to be able to easily 2-hit KO this Jellicent with a Thunderbolt. It would have hit the Skarmory for offensive damage, and this Jellicent easily. It was the best idea at the time. So it killed the Jellicent very easily, and now he's actually going to take the bait, go into his Latias, and he's actually going to predict the switch here. I'm going to switch it up to the Ice Beam. With the extra belt, it is going to be a 2-hit KO, but he's actually going to go with the Roar, which is perfect for me because he roars me out into Scizor, which is absolutely perfect. Because right here, I can go for the Pursuit. And with the Pursuit, even if he protects, it's definitely not going to be able to be enough for him to live a Pursuit. And he's pretty much stuck here. He's going to lose his Latias. As long as he doesn't have HP Fire, I should be fine. But he actually sets up a Wish, which is kind of scary. But none of his guys are extremely low, so I'm not really worried about the Wish or who's it could be Wish passing to. So he's going to switch into his Heatran, which I definitely saw coming. And the Heatran takes Stealth Rock damage. I'm like, okay, he's just going to heal a little Stealth Rock damage. I don't really care. And now I'm going to switch into my Jellicent, just to take the Fire move. And see what type of Heatran this is. He actually goes for the Overheat, which makes me think Scarfed? Maybe Spec, but I see the damage. I'm like, oh, jeez. This guy's Scarfed, isn't it? Then I see the Wish, and I'm definitely see no item. And I'm thinking, oh, God, this guy's Scarfed. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay in, hopefully burn some sleep turns as he switches into his Cradley. And I'm thinking here, the worst thing he could do is probably set up a curse. I know he doesn't have rest because he has recover, so I can toxic him, toxic stall him later on in the game. But he actually goes for the energy ball, and I'm thinking here, how much damage is it gonna do? Which makes me think he is the rain dish one, or the I think it's rain dish, or something like that. Which absorbs water attacks, increases the special attack. I'm going to recover here on the second turn, on the third or second turn wake, and I'm definitely going to be taking those energy balls very easily now, because overall, Cradley doesn't have that amazing special attack, and I know I can easily go for one here. So what I'm going to do is actually go for the Toxic, bearing the crit or a special defensive drop. I'm in the clear here, as I do go for the Toxic here, and he actually goes for the Energy Ball, and it's not a crit, which is good for me, because I will be able to outspeed him here and go for the Recover very easily, and probably force him to switch, and that Toxic is going to let me take out this Cradley a lot easier, because Cradley is just annoying as hell, especially with his new ability, which absorbs water attacks. But the Energy Ball is going to do a lot of damage, but you know what? I could just recover that off, as he probably is going to switch out here, probably into his Smeargle, or I could definitely see more of an offensive switch. But he does switch into his Smeargle, which makes me think that he's probably going to go for the Spore again. I mean, all I really needed my Jellicent to do is take the fire attack from the Heatran and put the Toxic on the Cradley. So pretty much having him here as Sponge to a special attack is pretty much all he could do. So he's pretty much my best thing to put to sleep. And now I could definitely get a switch into my Gliscor, I do believe, is probably what I switch into. No, I switch in my Scizor, predicting his switch into his Heatran, just to try to see what he's gonna do, or actually even switching into his into something else would have been really nice. Oh, I really didn't want to see the Skarmory, but he switches into his Heatran, which he's probably gonna overpredict, because what I did before was switch into the Jellicent. But he's actually going to overpredict, go for the Earth Power, and I could just go for the Brick Break very easily here. A Bandit Brick Break is definitely going to do a huge chunk to this Heatran. It probably won't be able to take it out, which sadly it doesn't, but I do have Stealth Rocks up, which makes it really easily to take out. I mean, all I have to do is just force him to switch, and I'm golden. But he's stuck in an Earth Power, so I can easily go into my Gliscor, as he switches into his Skarmory. I kind of half predicted that. Went for the Ice Fang. See how much damage it's going to do. It is a defensive Gliscor. Why not Toxic Heal? Because I needed Stealth Rocks on this team. And Poison Heal and Stealth Rocks don't exactly mix. So I'm definitely going to be forced to switch out of here. Go into my Red Eyes, which is my Hydreigon. And I could just easily go for the Fire Blast. But he actually predicts that very nicely. Goes for the Whirlwind, brings me back into my Gliscor. I'm like, oh my god, really? But now he's probably just going to predict me to predict him to go for the Whirlwind again. So I'm just going to switch to my Red Eyes again, just to try to get this Red Eyes out and try and I could go for the Fire Blast, and it hits anything on his team for really good damage. The Heatran comes in, is going to die to Stealth Rocks. So what I'm going to do is just going to go for the Fire Blast. He doesn't have Sturdy available, so he's just going to die. And now he's going to go into his Cradley to take the fire attack, because his Heatran will die to Stealth Rocks. And he thinks he could get a Rapid Spin off with the Smeargle. But luckily for him, actually, I missed my Fire Blast. But I'm just going to go for it again. I am Scarfed. Max Special Attack Timid. It's going to do a pretty good chunk, and with the toxic damage racking up, it should be a 2-hit KO. I mean, I'm really hoping it's a 2-hit KO. Considering the damage, it's probably going to be a 2-hit KO, so I'm going to go for the Fire Blast again. I miss, and now he's able to go for the Recover, which really sucks. But again, the toxic is going to rack up over time. But the sad thing is, my Fire Blast has a low amount of PP, so I might run out of Fire Blast before I switch into before his Skarmory comes in, and that's a bad sign. So I'm gonna go for the Fire Blast again. It does a pretty good chunk. He can't really do anything except for Energy Ball, which I actually probably would have recovered, but he's pretty much going uphill battle because this Toxic is just racking up. And after the poison damage, the Fire Blast will be enough to take the Cradily out. So all he has left is his Smeargle, his Skarmory, and his Heatran. His Heatran's going to die by Stealth Rocks, so he has to switch into Smeargle off the chance that he's going to live the Fire Blast or I'm going to miss the Fire Blast and go for the Rapid Spin. So I'm going to go Fire Blast. He lives with like 2 HP. He goes for the Rapid Spin, and sadly, now he can bring in his Heatran easily now. I'm going to predict his Heatran switch now, going to Edward, which is my Gliscor. I kind of wanted to make it female and shiny, get it, but sadly, I know he's Scarfed, but I really want to make sure he's Scarfed. I know I pretty much have this game in the bag as long as I have my Starmie, but I'm gonna go for the Hidden Power, see what he does. The Protect, see what he does. I have to make sure, because I do not want to switch into my Starmie, get hit with the Hidden Power Grass. So I want to make sure that it is Hidden Power Ice. I didn't want to lose my Gliscor, because I need it, just in case I force him to switch, go for the Stealth Rocks, and his Heatran just dies. So I'm going to go to my Ninja Star. I'm going to go for the Surf. It hits everything on his team for really good damage. He's actually going to go in the Smeargle as Death Fodder, which is perfect. And all he has left really to do is switch either into his Heatran to outspeed me and go for Earth Power, or go for a Skarmory and Brave Bird. I'm going to go for the Expert Belted T-Bolt. It's not going to be enough to take him out. It's probably a special defensive one, but he's going to go for the Brave Bird, and that's going to easily take... actually, it's not going to take me out, wow. But I'm going to live with 11 HP, but the T-Bolt will be enough to take a Skarmory out. He doesn't want to switch into his Heatran just to die, so I went for the Surf just to, it's 100% accuracy, and go away! Thank you. So, now all he has left to do is switch into his Heatran. He either has to go for the Overheat or Earth Power. He actually chooses to go for the Hidden Power Ice, and that is going to take out my Starmie. But I do have my Ferrothorn. I think he forgot that, and now I check actually the PP, the accuracy. I'm just going to go for the Lead Seed. Has 5% more accuracy than Power Whip. So I'm going to go for the Lead Seed. It hits, and that's going to be a good game. So, good game, Shadowmexo, I think. Very good match. Turns out to be a 3-0 for me. So, thanks for watching, guys. Rate, comment, subscribe. I'm back with these battles, guys. I need to get my Wi-Fi taken care of, but I have it good now. So, check out my YouTube channel. Check out my Facebook. Like it. I will be doing plushies soon, which will be really nice. And this is another shout out to my Facebook page. I will be doing contests for my Facebook. What do you guys would like to do for the contests? I'm thinking I don't know. Actually, I really don't know. I would like some suggestions for contests for Facebook. I'll probably think of something, but you know what? I just thought maybe do a little comments to see what you guys would like. So, hope you guys liked the vid. Hope you guys liked the OU match. It was very fun. I'm going to use this team a lot more in the future. Thanks to LazyNinja. Thank you so much. So, thanks for watching, guys. Rate, comment, subscribe, and as always, stay classy.